Ladies and gentlemen, it is now the hour of 6 p.m. Unless anybody disagrees with that, I'll read the notice. This meeting will be held in accordance with the Executive Order number 29-20, issued by the California Governor Gavin Newsom on March 17, 2020. The Ralph M. Brown Act, California Government Code Section 54950, et sec, and the Federal Americans with Disability Act. This meeting will not be physically open to the public. All members of the public may participate and comment via the application Zoom. Meeting information, website https://zoom.us/. Remote public comment is also available for the Planning Commission meeting by emailing ann.montgomery@ci.series.ca.us by 6 p.m. on the date of the meeting or via phone application Zoom. Having said that, I will call to order the meeting of the Ceres Planning Commission. It is Monday, September 21st, and as I said, after the hour of 6 p.m. At this time then, if Tom, you'll put the flag on the screen, I will lead the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Yes, Commissioner Del Nero.
Present.
Commissioner Johnson.
Here.
Commissioner Katchel.
Here.
Commissioner Silvera.
Here.
And Chairperson Smith.
Here, thank you. Are there any conflicts of interest to declare by the commissioners? Nope. Seeing none, we'll move on to citizen communications to the commission on matters not included on the agenda, limited to 5 minutes each. While the Planning Commission welcomes and encourages participation in Planning Commission meetings, adopted rules allow no more than 5 minutes, resolution number 2012-132, for expression of non-agenda items. Matters under the jurisdiction of the Planning Commission and not on the posted agenda may be addressed by the general public. However, California law prohibits the Planning Commission from taking action on any matter which is not on the posted agenda unless it is determined to be an emergency by the Planning Commission. Citizens are entitled to address the Planning Commission on any agenda item subject to the 5-minute provision. Public comments will now be accepted through Zoom. For those participating through the web, please raise your hand to request to speak using the hand icon located at the bottom right of your screen. If you are participating by phone, please press *9 on your phone. Names will be called in the order of the requests are received, and your microphone will be unmuted when it's your time to speak. Clerk, have we received any public comments through the email?
No, I have not.
All right, thank you. Mr. Westbrook, do you see any hands raised or any *9s from the phone?
Not at this time, Chair.
Thank you. All right, seeing no comments from the public, we'll move on to the consent calendar. Will the clerk please read the consent calendar?
Yes, item 1, clerk's report of posting. The agenda for the regular meeting of the Planning Commission of September 21st, 2020 was posted on September 16th, 2020. Item 2A, approval of minutes from the September 8th, 2020 Planning Commission meeting, and Chairperson Smith was absent that evening.
All right. So before I accept a motion for those 2 items, I will report that I will not be voting on the minutes of September 8th as I was not in attendance. Is there any other commission announcements on these consent items?
Yeah, I'm also not going to vote on that meeting as I was partially in attendance and partially not.
Thank you, Commissioner Katchel. Therefore, I'll accept a motion on items 1 and 2 separately. Do I have a motion on item 1?
I'll move approval.
Second.
I have a motion to second. I think I heard a second. I have a motion and a second. Will clerk please call?
Yes,
On item
Commissioner Katchel.
1 only.
Aye.
Okay, Commissioner Silvera.
Aye.
Commissioner Del Nero.
Aye.
Commissioner Johnson.
Aye.
And Chairperson Smith.
Aye.
Motion
Thank you.
passes 5-0.
Thank you. We'll move on now to item 2, the approval of the minutes. I'll be abstaining, and I'll need a motion approving those minutes, excusing me and Commissioner Ketchel.
So moved.
There's a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Will clerk please call?
Yes, Commissioner Silvera,
Aye.
Commissioner Johnson,
Aye.
and Commissioner Del Nero.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0 with 2 abstaining.
Thank you so much. All right, no items were removed from the consent item, so we'll move to public hearings. Item 3, conditional use permit proposal to construct a new 3,114 square foot building with a 658 square foot outdoor patio area and a drive-through operation for the Habit Burger Grill restaurant located at the vacant lot of Whitmore Plaza at the southwest corner of Mitchell Road and Whitmore Avenue. Angel Speed 3 LP is the applicant. Do we have a staff report?
Yes, thank you very much, Chair. Mr. Westbrook, could you please put up the plan sheet A-0.1? It's the site plan, page 29. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. So in July of 2020, the applicant contacted staff about the possibility of opening a new Habit Burger Grill restaurant. The restaurant would be located within the Whitmore Plaza Shopping Center on the last undeveloped lot, approximately 625 feet west of the Whitmore Avenue Mitchell Road intersection. The proposal requires approval of a conditional use permit application, which the applicant proceeded to make a formal submittal on August the 11th of this year. And so what the project includes is a 3,100 square foot building with a 660 square foot outdoor patio area and a drive-through operation for the restaurant. Vehicle access to the shopping center is already provided by the several access points from both Mitchell Road and Whitmore Avenue. The access points lead to the existing parking lot area that consists of about 550 parking spaces that serves the shopping center. The applicant is proposing to maintain that number of existing spaces, but will also be adding another 22 parking spaces and a drive-through operation that will accommodate up to 13 vehicles at any one time to serve the operation. Now, in terms of what the elevations, what the building would look like, Mr. Westbrook, if you could page 20 or 33, plan sheet A-3.0. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. So the exterior of the building will be designed to an overall height that ranges from 19 to 25 feet and includes a combination of the earth tone cement plaster finishes integrated with a stone veneer at the base and midsections of all 4 sides of the building. Also includes the typical storefront window systems, some metal awnings, and an outdoor patio for outdoor seating for anybody that wishes to eat outdoors. And so the applicant's proposal would add an overall attractive building frontage for the shopping center as the design, again, incorporates a high quality architectural features on all 4 sides of the building that are readily visible to the public. With that, staff believes this is a real good project. It's something that the city needs, and we have no objections to the applicant's request subject to the conditions listed in the staff report.
Thank you, Mr. James. Any questions of staff from the commission?
Yeah, James, staff report mentions that you had some discussions with the applicant about the circulation pattern.
Yes.
I know that's one of the 2 main entrances to that shopping center, although there are indeed several. Could you briefly summarize why you're comfortable with what we have now?
Well, yes, sure. So the applicant, we had discussed with the applicant some possible options that we thought might improve the circulation, and but with the applicant had indicated that they've gone over several designs already with the team that they had, and so you know, with that, because they've gone through several design possibilities for them, what you see here as illustrated on their site plan from their perspective was they felt was the best option. And so we believe that what the applicant's proposing is acceptable. So,
Yeah, and Commissioner Catchall, I know that the applicant is on the Zoom call this evening, so that could be a good question for them as well.
Okay, yeah, I'd appreciate something from them.
Okay.
I
Any
have
other-
no issue. I don't have an issue with it. I just kind of interested in how they came up with what they did.
All right. Anything else, Commissioner Catchall?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Any other commissioners have any questions or comments for staff?
I do.
I'm sorry. I think I heard two people. So Mr. Johnson, it sounds like you were first.
Okay, yeah, I just kind of looked at that site plan, kind of had the same concerns about the line growing for that double drive-through. Looks like they have two speakers to do orders, and it seems like obviously the last 6 months, the drive-throughs, if you go through town, are very backed up. And is that going to get backed up on the Whitmore easily?
No, we can defer to the applicant, but staff is comfortable with the condition that we have for that the applicant will need to work with staff on providing some appropriate deterrents, like some signage and pavement markings on the site at the drive-through, which would then allow for appropriate spacing. And so that's why we're comfortable with what we have here.
Okay. Thank you. It sounds like we have a couple questions for the applicant when we get there, but I think Mr. Del Nero, you had a question?
Yeah, I was thinking, I'm looking at this and there's like two residents just west of that. What kind of barrier do we have? Do we have just a fence between the restaurant and this project?
I believe, yes, I believe it. I believe it is the fence. It's either block wall or fence. I think it's a fence.
Okay, so we haven't got any residents calling in and saying, hey, that's too close to my place for speakers and stuff. And
That is
I'm
correct.
referring, and I'm thinking about the car wash we had, or we still have on Hatch Road, where they had some people that were tired of, I don't know if tired's the right word, but they could hear all day, every day, the loudspeaker going on.
In this regard, Commissioner Del Nero, the menu boards are at the north end of the building, so they would be nearest Whitmore Avenue and not near the residential.
Okay,
And it is
And again-
it is a block wall.
Oh, it's a block wall. Thank you, Daniel.
Yeah.
Thank you.
okay. Okay, that's what I wanted to find out. I thank you. That'll answer that.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Del Nero. Mr. Silvera, do you have any questions?
I do not, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Seeing there are no additional questions from commissioners, I will open the public hearing. And is there anyone or the applicant who is on the call that would like to address the commission on this item?
Yeah, we have Neil Angelillo. Neil, you should be able to talk if you unmute your mic. Go ahead, Neil.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Yep, yep.
Pardon me, I apologize for not being more technologically proficient here. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you, staff, for working with us. We really appreciate how quickly the staff has helped us through this process. We're small real estate developers located in Fresno. We have constructed a Habit Burger in Soma that does very well. We're under construction right now to build one in Atwater. We have plans to build one in Merced as well. And so this would be the fourth Habit Burger that we've personally been involved with. And they pointed out to us, I know there are comments about the stacking. They pointed out to us that they typically don't have a need for more than 7 or 8 car stacking. So this this site plan with the additional stacking, frankly, they may not use the secondary lane depending upon volume. And they may not use two different menu boards depending upon volume. That's just a little bit of insurance for overflow in the event that they do have additional stacking needs. And we did lay out the site plan multiple ways. We use as a base the interior footprint for Habit Burger, which they have spent a great deal of time designing, and we use that as the base to design the show building around, so that they don't have to redesign their whole kitchen to fit with our building shell. We do the opposite. We use their interior plan and fit our building shell around that. And so that's the dimensions of the building are based upon that. And again, we've played with 6 or 7 different alternatives on the site plan, and this really is the most functional, and we think it's going to work very well, and we think it's going to be a great asset to the city of Ceres.
Well, thank you, Mr. Angelo. I'm sorry, I'm about to butcher your last name.
No problem. It's Angelillo.
Angelillo. Thank you. All right, Commission. Is there anyone on the commission that has a question for the applicant? How's that? Mr. Ketchel, were your questions answered?
Yes, they were. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, applicant. We appreciate your time. Is there anyone else in the call, Mr. Westbrook, that would like to speak on this matter?
I do not see any at this time, Chairperson Smith.
Thank you. If there are no other comments, I'll close the public hearing, bring it back to the commission for discussion and or a motion if we're ready. Is there anyone on the commission that has anything they'd like to comment on, or is there anyone who'd like to make a motion?
I'd be glad to make the motion.
Thank you. Mr. Silvera, go ahead.
Move to approve resolution number PC 20-26, resolution of the City Series Planning Commission approving conditional use permit entitlement to construct new 3,114 square foot building with a 658 square foot outdoor patio area and a drive-through operation for the Habit Burger Grill restaurant located at the vacant lot Whitmore Plaza in the southwest corner of Mitchell Road and Whitmore Avenue. Application number 20-07 CUP.
Thank you. Do we need to acknowledge the CEQA status, Mr. Westbrook?
It's in the resolution, so no.
Thank you. I have a motion from Commissioner Silvera. Do I have a second?
I'll second it. Del Nero.
I have a motion. Thank you. I have a motion and a second. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Yes, Commissioner Silvera,
Aye.
Commissioner Del Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Johnson,
Aye.
Commissioner Catchell,
Aye.
and Chairperson Smith.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank
you. I think we're all looking forward to having a Habit Burger.
Yes,
Thank you
welcome to
very
the hearing.
much. We're really looking forward to it too, and appreciate all of your help. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we'll move on to the rest of the agenda. There are no new business items, no public meetings, no unfinished business, nor are there any matters initiated by the Planning Commission and staff. So that brings us to reports, and I will start with Commissioner Del Nero. Do you have anything you'd like to report?
No. Doing
Thank
fine.
you.
I'm static.
Good job. Mr. Johnson?
No, ma'am, nothing.
Thank you. Mr. Catchell?
No, I'm just happy to be hooked up to the meeting properly.
And I think we all are. Mr. Silvera?
I'd just like to say, once again, another great project coming to Ceres. It's exciting to see new businesses like this that are going to create long-lasting revenue and resources for all of us, and another great place to eat. So thank you very much to the developer for bringing that to Ceres. Thanks.
Thank you. Definitely agreed wholeheartedly. All right, I have nothing to report, so we'll move on to city attorney. Do you have anything to report?
Nothing to report.
Thank you. All right, Tom. I'm going straight to you. I'm not fooling around.
I have nothing to report.
Oh,
That is not possible. All right. Well, if that's the case, I will adjourn the meeting to the next regularly scheduled Planning Commission meeting, which will be held on Monday, October 5th, 2020. I miss you guys.
Take care.
Thank you.
take care. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank
Good
you.
night.